Hello, and thanks for listening. My name is Sean Warren. I am Managing Partner at The Moon on the Stick, an innovation management consultancy based here in the UK. I want to spend a few moments today talking to you about innovation management and attempting to ask the question, why are those big companies so innovative? This is one of the questions customers pose to us when we talk to them about innovation. They always seem to admire how well other companies seem to be doing in comparison to them. When I worked at Mars, they always admired how well Cadbury or Kraft were doing. Customers also seem baffled and, dare I say, jealous of what the global phenomena like Amazon, Google, Tesla, and Apple are doing. And they do all seem to think there must be some magic recipe for their ongoing growth and success. The reality is those companies' success is based on principles that any organization can use. Let's have a look at it. First of all, let's create a simple and ambitious goal. When Jeff Bezos started Amazon in 1990, he did it out of frustration that he felt he had missed out on the internet bubble, and he set his company up with two very simple but ambitious targets: to be the very best and to deliver great customer service. This journey started by selling books, as we all know. Compare that ambition with another online retailer based in Norway, whose ambition was to be one of the biggest online book retailers in the Norwegian market. Given that when they started, they were the only other online book retailer in Norway, the selling of just one book reached that target. Know your customer and potential customer well. Don't just rely on second-hand information from remote commercial teams or external agencies. Get out there and really appreciate what is happening with your customers and your opposition's customers. Companies like Uber, Netflix, and Airbnb are not successful because they have great technology. That was just the enabler. They work because they really understand what the customer pain points are. Let's look at Blockbuster and Netflix as an example. Blockbuster's business model was based on a large number of stores and a large inventory of stock, but they could only make money when the inventory was in the store to be rented by another customer. To ensure this happened and that DVDs were returned on time, they had late fees. These were deeply unpopular with customers who hated seeing fines leave their pockets, but they also hated the fact they were being forced to watch the film when Blockbuster wanted them to. When Netflix started, they had no stores or staff. They had a library of about 90,000 titles in a warehouse, and they would ship DVDs monthly to their customers, who were providing revenue through a subscription model. Netflix didn't actually want their customers to watch the film, as that meant sending another DVD in the post. Their business thrived on customers choosing to watch the film when they wanted to, keeping that special moment and removing the hated late fees. Although customers paid for this service by a subscription, very few of them took all the content they had paid for, ensuring less was spent by Netflix in maintaining those customer accounts. The same is true today. How many of us subscribe to Netflix and have the most expensive option for the most number of devices, but actually only watch it on the main TV in our home? Continually innovate your business model. The way you make money today is not the way you will make money in the future. To ensure the long-term sustainability of your business, you need to continually look at income streams, ensuring you have bread and butter products, new to market products, and breakthrough products which will fill your pipeline over time. Bread and butter products are your volume offerings, which deliver the bulk of your income and margin. For Amazon, this is the regular shipping of millions of goods on a global daily basis. For Tesla, it's the Model S and now the Model X, but also the licensing of their technology and the selling of their environmental credits back to the traditional car industry. New to market products are things that bring you into new customers or new technologies. These are currently in their infancy, but they may become your bread and butter products in the future. For Amazon, this is Amazon Pantry. They are now the biggest retailer in the world, or selling spare capacity on their network to competitors, or buying up new authors to publish their books on Amazon, and now Amazon Prime, not only offering the streaming of bought and original content, but also live sports rights too. Eventually and soon, most of these will become their bread and butter offering, and it will have been replaced by other new services. Finally, you have breakthrough projects. These are radical new ideas which will stretch your core competency as far as you can. Most of them will fail. In fact, Google expects that 90% will fail, but they expect the 10% that are successful to completely replace their bread and butter business in time. For Tesla, this is using the iPad screens in their cars for local advertising as you drive past. It's recognizing their technology is going to be what the rest of the car manufacturing world will want and building the world's largest battery manufacturing facility to service that demand. For Disney, it was allowing the Chinese to copy all their content without challenging the IP infringement, knowing they were building brand value in the world's most populous country, and then using that brand loyalty to set up Disney Language to teach the Chinese English using the characters they'd grown to know and love previously. Just how far can you stretch your core competencies? Do you know what your core competencies are? How brave will you be? How brave will your senior managers be? And how will you handle failure? The beauty of innovation is that it's a set of processes which we can all measure. And there are 5 or 6 very simple things that we can all follow to be more innovative within our organization. You need a strategy. You need to know where you're going. You need to know how much you're going to spend. You need to know how aggressively you're going to innovate and in which areas you're going to innovate. You need a process to actually underpin that. It's not just having a gated development system or an idea generation system or an open innovation process. It's about using them all together. It's about setting a very sensible set of performance measurement targets so you can measure how well you're doing against set goals. This is not necessarily saying how much money we'll make, but maybe some softer measurement targets that will allow you to measure performance over time. How many new ideas have we created? How many projects are going through our gated development system? How many new external collaborations do we have within a technology scouting network? Those sorts of things. It's about having good people doing the right jobs at the right time. It's about having enough people to make sure that they can actually work within your innovation strategy rather than having a strategy and only one person working on it. That's probably doomed to failure. It's about having support throughout the organization, from the most junior person to see how they are contributing to the strategy, but also at the very top as well. Rather than just saying we want to be innovative, actually demonstrating, walking the walk and talking the talk. Great phrase to use at this point in time. It's about being prepared to fail. It is not 1 in, 1 out, or 100 in, 100 out. It could well be, as Google say, 100 in, 10 out. So you must be prepared to fail and fail early and fail smart. Finally, it's about having patience. A lot of the innovation managers have a great deal of patience, but it's patience throughout the organization. Innovation is not a way of plugging a gap in your yearly business plan. It is a way of generating future value and ensuring that your business moves with the time. So you need to have a longer term view on how well innovation is going to work. I talked about process. Here is a very typical innovation management structure. On the left-hand side, you can see the inputs that you're having from your direct customer insights, from trends, and from technology trends. And on the right-hand side, you can see how actually we're going to generate value in the future. There are ways of generating ideas, assessing how well those opportunities will work. It's about creating business cases. It's about prioritizing. It's about implementing. It is defined and directed by your process and strategy, and it's underpinned and enthused by the people in your organization. And the open innovation side of it is an enabler to allow you to do all of those things better, because not all the good people work for you. So if you want to know a little bit more about innovation management, we run a 2-day innovation management training course. The end of November, London Stansted Airport. And I will lead you through all the processes in an end-to-end thought process in terms of how innovation management works, demystifying some of the things that you can read in innovation management books and trying to give you a clear view on actually how you can work innovation within your business. Really hope you can join me at the end of November. The link here will give you some more details, but also you can get in touch with me as well for any more information. Thanks very much for listening.